Today I'm going to show you how we took an old concrete patio and made it look like slate with a sprayed concrete overlay. Hey, my name is Tim with Decorative Concrete in Virginia. I make a lot of videos about concrete and epoxy. If that sort of thing is interesting to you, hit the subscribe button down below. This project is for a repeat customer of ours, so I actually bid this one just based off of a photo and a text message. I knew the concrete had a lot of mold on it, but we were surprised to find paint under the mold, so we're going to have to grind that off before we can do anything else. Ordinarily we would grind this with our walk-behind grinder, but this job's about an hour from our headquarters, so I'm glad we had our hand grinder and our HEPA vac in the van. They work out really great for small projects like this. I'll leave a link in the description that shows you where you can get this grinder and this vacuum and all the other tools that we use in this video. The next step is to acid etch the concrete. This is going to open the pores of the concrete, which allows the concrete overlay to stick to it. You can do this with phosphoric acid or muriatic acid. I prefer the phosphoric acid that you can buy in the store. You dilute this with water, just whatever the instructions say, and then you spray it on with a cheap pump sprayer. Once the acid solution dries, we just rinse it off with the pressure washer again, and we're ready to start with the overlay. We're going to be mixing today with our Colormix XO Duo, and the first thing you do is you add water, and then you follow that up with a color pack. Today is going to be a light gray base, and this color is going to be the grout line of the slate pattern that we're going to be doing. This is my favorite Colormix mixer because it has two paddles. That means that we don't have to worry about the bucket spinning while we're running the mixer wide open. And in addition to that, you don't have to fight the mixer at all. Like I said before, this coat is going to serve as the grout line color of the slate pattern that we're going to do. So the only part of this material that you're going to see is what shows through in the grout lines when we're done. The easiest way to apply this material is just to pour it on the ground and spread it with a magic trowel. It's always good to have someone nearby with a pump sprayer or a water hose. This material does a lot better on the concrete if the concrete is damp. You just have to make sure you're not going over any puddles. We're going to let that cure overnight, and we'll be back the next day to apply our pattern and our sprayed concrete overlay. We're going to be taping a custom slate pattern on this patio. I always like to find the middle of the patio and run one long line. That way we have one straight line to work off of so that our pattern stays straight. We always start the pattern off of that straight line down the middle of the patio, and we're always using a square, or in this case just a sheet of paper because it's easier to pick up and set down. But we always start off the middle line and work our way away from that line, and that keeps our pattern mostly straight. It took us a while to get used to this because we aren't measuring anything. We're just taping rectangles and squares, and we keep looking up periodically to make sure that what we're doing looks like a slate patio. The one thing we do have to remember is that we have to remove a few pieces of that straight line as we go so that we eliminate the one long straight line down the middle. Once the pattern's done, we're going to mix the same batch of material that we did yesterday, only this time we're going to use a darker gray color. We're going to pour that into a hopper gun and we're going to spray it onto the concrete. We sprayed this first coat with a high pressure on our compressor and a small nozzle size. We're going to turn the compressor down and change the tip to a bigger size hole, and then we're going to spray the whole thing again. This time around, we're only trying to cover about 50% of the surface, and then we're going to take a hand trowel and trowel the entire patio to give it a knockdown finish. Once we finish spraying the concrete, we're going to let it cure for about an hour, and then it's time to remove the tape. We're going to let this cure overnight, and we'll be back tomorrow to apply sealer. First thing we do is we scrape the entire patio to remove any loose concrete that's stuck to the surface. People always ask me about this scraper. If you're interested in picking this up or any of the other tools we use in this video, then I will leave a link in the description down below. Once we blow the entire patio to get it clean, it's ready for sealer. Today we're using a solvent-based clear sealer. It's nothing very complicated about this. We just dip the roller in the bucket and roll it on the entire patio. Now that the first coat is finished, we're going to wait about an hour and then we'll apply a second coat. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, it would be great if you hit the like button down below. If you have any questions about this process, leave a comment on this video and I'll make sure I get back with everyone. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.